everybody, with the One for Ego podcast. We have a special guest today, which is going to be a permanent guest, permanent co-host. Just be thinking. How you doing today, buddy?
What's goody? What's goody?
Not
I'm
much,
just
man.
thinking.
It's been a while doing some anything on the internet.
Facts.
I think it's due time for us to get back on here after suffering so much bullshit loss and things that we've been through in these last couple months.
Big
I think it's
facts.
time to get on here and start talking again. It's good, healthy. What am I looking for? Healthy, therapeutic. It's just. I feel like talking is great. I after losing certain people in my life, you were there talking to me every day, making sure I was good, and that shit made me just go. And just like my wife was like, push me to go to work. Go talk to people. It just helps. Talking is good. Getting everything out. But anyway, we are here for the what do we name this podcast again?
Living with loss.
Living with loss. Justin came out with that because he is a smart man, smart businessman with his sexy suit over there,
You
looking
know,
like a
my
NBA
my
analyst.
barber, he's been in a coma for about 4 months, so I haven't been able to get a haircut. So I was like, my hair looked like shit. I
Wait,
didn't
hold on,
shave. Let me at least dress nice.
hold on, go back. There you go. Rewind now. So your barber was in a coma? Is that true, or you just
He's in
making a
a
joke?
coma. I'm making this shit up because I haven't
Oh,
heard from this motherfucker in forever, and I refuse to get my haircut from anybody else but him.
I was just like, oh, we're about to get a good story out of this kid. No, you know what's funny about barbers, bro? When you ever go to your barber and then he's not there for like 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, and you go to somewhere else, and then you come in and he's like, "Oh, you got your haircut somewhere else?" He's like, "Who? Oh, yeah, what?" They really began butter.
Nah, that's not what happens to me when I go to my barber. And if I do my own cut, because I can cut my own hair if I want to, but it's just
Yeah.
not gonna be as nice. Or if I go to a different barber and I come back to him, he's just like, "Who fucked your shit up?" Now I gotta go extra hard because now it's all fucked up.
Oh my god! And what about what about Does he get mad at all? Like that you messed your lineup, you messed up his angles and all that shit? No.
Yeah, he gets very upset.
Yo, my barber. I have a new barber now, right? This dude Al, he's really good. He's down in by my old job in Red Bank. He cuts my hair now, but my old barber, he got mad at me, right? Because he wasn't there that week and his boys were there. Like his whole shop was open, but he was on vacation. I really needed a cut because I had a interview the next day. I texted him. I said, "Hey man, what's up?" He's like, "Are you there?" He's like, "Nah, I'm not there. I'm on vacation." I'm like, "Cool." I was like, "Who do you recommend?" Because every barber knows who's good in their shop. That's your shop. You own it. Yo, tell me why he didn't answer me back, bro. Left me on freaking red. I was like, and I texted him. I was like, "Yo, for real? How long I knew you? You're not gonna answer me to let me know?" I waited. I waited like a day to see if he texted me back because he's on vacation. I was like, "Okay, me wait." Now he looked. You can see he said red, and then I was like, "All right." I was like, "All right, you really gonna get mad because I'm gonna go somebody else?" And then he didn't answer me. I was like, "All right, fuck you then." So then I went to Tristan's barbershop. Lo and behold, I found Al, and I'm good now. But yeah,
Good.
that dude. But Liam still goes to his boy's his boy over there. So I do see him occasionally. But you could tell he was mad butthurt. So that's my little story about that. Anyway, let's go. Let's rewind back to what we were going to talk about today. So loss is a big thing right now, right? Uh,
Yeah, especially
you
for
know,
us.
for us, it's been crazy.
I've had 5 funerals in the past 2 months.
How do you deal with that, man? How do you deal with 5 funerals?
Drugs.
Drugs. Well, that's an honest answer.
Drugs and alcohol.
Drugs, alcohol. Does it ever get any easier going to different ones, or do you think it just keeps adding on to the pain? I guess.
You know, I thought at the last funeral that I went to, I would be numb
Yeah.
from all the loss and the pain and crying. I'm a hardcore crier.
Mhm.
And nah. And this wasn't even the last funeral, it wasn't somebody I knew personally.
Yeah.
It was the father of a close friend of mine. And even though I didn't know his father, just seeing him and knowing what he's going through and just feeling everything I've been going through recently, it all just poured out when I saw him. And
Yeah.
I can't even say hi, and I just started fucking tearing up. So it's like it does not get any easier, ever,
Yeah.
unless you're a robot
That's your robot. That's
or a serial killer, which
or a
most people
serial
are.
killer. Yeah. So it's true though. It's true. It never gets any easier, man. No matter what it is, losing a dog, Losing a
Facts.
human, losing your mother, your father, a child, it's kind of all the same, you know. But like, I was thinking about this the other day because after I lost grandma, so it's like, I lost my grandmother, and it's like losing her because she was so close to me as a mother. Like that pain I felt, I was like, wow. One thing I was like, it hurts so bad because this is losing a parent is so bad. Like losing my grandpa, that shit sucked, but I didn't get to see him deteriorate. He just kind of went. I got to see my grandmother, and the every time I saw her, she just deteriorated and deteriorated, and just seeing that process, and to the point of her being in a bed, and not knowing we're there, and she's just drugged out of her mind because of whatever they're giving her to ease the pain. It just was a wild experience. And to know that I have to deal with that probably another like 2 or 3 times in my life
Yeah.
is fucking it's a wild thing. Now on the flip side, I just lost my dog, which was incredibly heartbreaking. And seeing Bijou born, coming from her mother, coming out of her womb, growing up and being this whole thing, it's like losing a child. And that experience there, that is something I never want to go through again. But obviously, I have a dog now. I have a child. God forbid, I never want to experience losing my son or anybody as like any child in my life.
Yeah.
I just because if this is how it feels, I hate it. I it's crazy, and I know people are gonna go on the internet and be like, listen to this and say, "Oh, a dog is not a child." Stop it, okay? A dog, a puppy that you knew since they were this small and you grew them and you took care of them, and they pass away is just as painful as losing a child. I'm sorry, it is.
Yeah,
It's
because you
just
raised, you had a bond with it. It
you
was part of your
raise.
family.
That's the thing. Like you raise this thing just like you raising a child. That's what the similarity is. I don't think it's more. I don't think it's connected more of like losing a grandmother or a parent because that's a totally different realm. This is how this is me. This is how I feel. But losing a dog is like losing a child. Honestly, that pain is crazy. Um, Same thing. Watching her deteriorate was nuts,
Yeah.
and it just that freaking sucked. And then same thing. What couple months ago, I lost Tater, so we lost Tater.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you just lost Tater too.
yeah,
That's
yes, it sucked, bro. It's
yeah.
three. Everybody, people say that people die in threes. I guess that counts as for humans and dogs and alike. I guess I'm gonna add it there because
Death
that's my
comes in
three.
threes, baby.
Yep. I mean, but even on your
Fabulous said that shit.
but on your side, we lost
We lost
um,
your grandmother.
my grandmother.
We lost
Again,
both our granduncle,
uh-huh.
Monochrome.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
lost my aunt, my elder aunt on my mother's side.
yep. Emmanuel's wife.
Yes, and we went. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that funeral was literally the day before the other funeral, the last
Yep.
funeral I went to. So yeah,
Yep. And then you went to the other one for your friend's dad, right?
yeah,
That's it's just never gets any easier, man. And loss is a big thing. Loss is a is it, it's a I'm not gonna say it's a positive, but sometimes it is a positive because that person is no longer going through pain. It is no longer in your mind that they're sitting there somewhere, can get hurt, can get worse. All that pain is kind of gone from them, and that's a blessing.
yeah,
It's just the awkward moments where you go to either call the person or go see the person. Like today, I went to my mother's house, and my mom has a ring camera, so anybody can pull it up. I can pull it up for you. I walked in and I was like, I always go to the door and I used to call Bijou Doodoo because she used to poop everywhere all the time, like when she was a baby. So, and she used to look at these monster shits, and it's like she was such a little dog. And I'll be like, all right, Doodoo. So I'm going, Doodoo, I'm coming. I'm opening the door and I'm thinking that she's there. And I open the door and she's not there at the door. And it's just, that shit was just wild. Being in my house alone, and now knowing what my mother's been going through these last couple of days, I feel fucking terrible because I feel like I've been calling my mom as much as I can, right? But definitely we should have got her out the house more. And I feel like that needs to happen more because being there by yourself, like walking, I went there, I've been there, my mom's there, and this is right after Bijou, and it's not as bad, but going in there and it's quiet and nothing, no bells jiggling, nobody's drinking water, nothing's jumping on you. There's no life in the house when nobody's there. It's eerie. It's eerie as hell. Um, Actually, my mom was like that. She heard the dog drinking water the other night, and obviously, Bijou hasn't been there for a week now.
Could have
But
been Bijou's ghost.
yeah, because Bijou's ghost, and it's just stuff like that. It's just eerie, very eerie, man. And my mom said something to me. She's like, you and your brother have families to go back to. I have to come home to an empty house, and she said that to me a couple days ago, and I really didn't take that into consideration until today, and I was just like, oh, I know that feeling now. I have I have the fortune enough to walk in and have somebody there to be happy to see me. I got a dog. I got people that live here, and it's just it sucks when she said that. So
You gotta start buying your mom drugs.
nah, she don't need that shit. You're so stupid. Tension cutter. So I mean, what is your like I guess advice for loss? How do you deal with it? Except for
Embrace it.
drugs.
Embrace it.
Yeah.
Embrace it. Don't deny it. What I learned was to just express your emotions, because I come from a family where the men don't really show their emotions in the first place.
Yep.
And trying to hold it in makes it so much more difficult. And then you lash out in different ways you don't realize. So what I learned, the healthiest thing is to just embrace it and express, bro.
Yeah.
Because even though it hurts while you're expressing, once you express it, it's gone. It's relieving. It leaves you.
Yeah.
So it's very important. A lot of people don't realize, when they say don't bottle shit up, it's not just about anger. It's about all emotion.
Yeah.
Don't keep any of it in.
Nah, don't keep any of it in.
Just don't project on nobody either.
That's another thing
Which
too.
people do.
Which people do.
So annoying.
And like we're talking about this, so I'm gonna be straight honest. I've done it. I've bugged out on Meg, and I've bugged out on Liam, and I've bugged out on people just not even notice I'm doing it, and it's just like, oh shit, I'm just angry. So that was the week of grandma, and it's just it's and you feel like fucking like a garbage after it, and it's sad. But I mean, to each their own. To each their own. Everybody goes through it, right? So, tripping on people is just a part of, I guess, the grieving process. You gotta try the best you can, like you said, to not do it.
Yeah.
But it's funny. We're talking about loss and all this stuff, right? All this types of loss, and the most popular show right now. The most popular show right now is X-Men '97, right?
Ooh-wee.
And this whole season is about loss. The whole season is about loss, and it really is incredible. And I believe they show the grieving process perfectly right now. Look at you. They show the grieving process perfectly right now, and they show all the emotions. They show every type of thing you can go to get you to that point. And I think that every character has had a piece of loss in in this show and in this season, and it's all culminating to this one last episode. But let's talk about X-Men '97, the beginning of it. What was your expectations before it started?
I've got an interesting story, which I kind of talked about on my channel.
Yeah,
already.
I know you talked about it before, so I would love to hear it now.
So I'll say this. Well, first I'll say to answer your question. I didn't know what to expect. I just remembered how much I loved it, but I remember how much I hated the final season because of the change in production companies, animators, illustrators. The art design was awful. And the story was kind of boring, but it was also interesting to learn Sinister's past and all that. So anyway, the point is, I remember just the show ending disappointingly for me as a kid. So I wasn't sure how good it was gonna be when it came back. And then when I saw the trailer, I noticed the very flat. It looked very similar to the old show on Adult Swim, Frisky Dingo and Archer. The way they draw the faces, it's almost identical to the way they draw the characters in Archer. And Archer and Frisky Dingo are not known for their animation.
Yeah.
So I didn't like it, but I knew I would get used to it. But then the animation was fire. But the animation's only good in the action scenes, because when it just comes to regular chilling scenes, it feels just like Archer all over again. Like when they were, like the last episode, when they were walking through the forest to fight Mr. Sinister.
Yep.
It was the same animation from Archer. I was like, God damn it. God damn it.
I hate you so much now. I'm never gonna unsee that.
But the animation, but the fighting animation is incredible.
Oh
But
my god.
but what saves this show, what saves it, is
Yeah.
two very important things:
You.
the writing,
Yep.
me,
Bishop.
the right, especially with that haircut.
When you coming
now.
back, bro?
Ask Cable.
That's Cable.
Yeah, the writing is, whew, I can't even say it's phenomenal. It's perfection. It's
Yeah.
little perfection. I've never seen perfect writing before.
Facts.
And then it's also directing. It's the way they decide when they decide to put the music, what music they choose, how they cut between scenes over with a monologue and shit. Like, yo, in the last episode, when Jean Grey and Storm were having that heart-to-heart conversation,
Yes.
you hear them talking over the action scenes, and then it cuts to them. They put their heads together, and she's like, may they mind your weather, sister. She's like, and them weather your mind. And I was like, that was so fucking fire.
Yeah.
And it hit because the way it was directed, the way it was edited, bro.
Yes.
That stuff is key, which you don't get those things working so well cohesively.
Nope.
In most other mediums.
No, you don't. And it's wild that we still remember how that show made us feel. And Bo DeMeo, which let me just tell you right now, Disney fucked up by firing him, just letting you know.
Disney fucks up on a daily basis.
Yeah. So, but him just grabbing at our heartstrings constantly and implementing, and I know a lot of people have been saying this, implementing this anime course of action and anime writing and just anime visuals, and it just imbuing our childhood and putting a nice beam there, and it's just going right into the show, and it just blossoms into this beautiful garden, and it just hits every you ever smoked or took an edible and walked outside in the forest or just outside in general, and how vibrant the colors are, and you're just like, I can't believe this is a perfect moment. This is what the show is every episode.
Yeah.
Even the weakest episode, apparently, the Jubilee episode.
Oh, that was the weakest episode, but it wasn't whack.
Still, it wasn't whack. Exactly. It was the weakest episode. I'm going to say this because if that episode, we took that episode and plugged it into any other show, it'd be probably the top 3 episodes. That episode itself gave Jubilee some purpose in the season.
Facts.
Right? But also, we got to get a nice send-off to the old Jubilee, which shout out to her that she put her foot down to Disney and said, no, I'm not coming back. Get an Asian American actress and put her in there. That was great.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, bro, because she's a white woman, and she was just like, no, it's not right for me to be playing an Asian American character. Get somebody that actually is. And she did it. Wow. It's like, nah, I'm
That's
good.
The kind of white power I can get behind.
No, yeah, exactly. Fact. I mean, there's certain characters you couldn't replace, right? Obviously, Rogue. You couldn't replace her. But then you got characters like Gambit, which RIP to my boy Gambit.
Loss.
But that was a totally different voice actor, and you can never tell. If I didn't tell you that,
shit.
Yeah, totally different voice actor.
I thought everybody came back.
Nah, people came back and had
Jean Grey is different, right?
Jean Grey is different, but the voice was
holy
she's the voice
shit.
of the blonde lady, the senator.
Yeah,
the senator. Yeah, she's the voice of the senator.
Who, by the way, I think that's Mystique.
I think that's Mystique.
I think it's I wasn't sure. I'm going off topic now. We're going on tangent,
no.
Because you brought her up. I wasn't sure, but I started really thinking it was Mystique.
Yeah.
When she freed Magneto, before she freed him, when she was talking to him, begging him to talk to her, apologizing, and then she freed him, and then when she gave that monologue to Bastion, and she was talking about the mutants and how they're oppressed, and she kept saying "we," and I was like, she's not a mutant. It must be Mystique, bro. It must be Mystique. Because where the fuck has she been all season?
It's got to be Mystique. They're gonna. I really hope this last episode is an hour long. I really hope so.
Oh, I would love that. I'll bust a nut 3 times.
Because every Disney show seems like it's always the hour-long season finale, except for what didn't have one that everybody was disappointed. Was it Mandalorian, the last season of Mandalorian?
No, I don't remember.
Or Boba Fett. Something had it, but I can't remember right now. Anyway, even if it's not an hour long, the 30-minute episodes seem like an hour long every time. It's always satisfying.
The pacing is incredible.
Oh, by the way, did you see what Bo DeMayo came out and said? He said, "Oh yeah, that was just for the last episode. Time travel said is not included." But he posted the picture of it's a Star Trek episode, and the episode is about them. So the episode starts out with them playing poker, right? And they're at this table of poker, and then this ship comes and crashes in, and they all die, and then they wake up again, and they're playing poker again. It's Groundhog Day.
Oh shit.
So that's why I think you brought up that Gene died at the end of the episode, right?
I said they killed too many people. It's gonna have to start over. I called it.
I think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna start out with Cable, like, wake up, what the fuck? I gotta try it again. And I think and Bishop's gonna grab.
And I'm fine with that.
And I guarantee Bishop's gonna grab him, like, all right, bro, I'm gonna help you out. Let's try to get this done together.
I would love that because it's rare to see Bishop and Cable together in the cartoon.
Because
it's
you know why?
rare.
They have such a crazy arc that they're gonna be fighting each other very soon. Because I know they're gonna have Hope included in this shit.
Yes.
For everybody that doesn't know.
Well, they have to do No More Mutants first.
Yeah. Guys, I'm just letting you know. So Bastion's probably gonna come back. Even if they destroy him, he's gonna come back with a vengeance at one point, and he's gonna be trying to kill Hope Summers. Hope Summers is the baby, the last mutant born when after Scarlet Witch said no more mutants. She was the last and first mutant born. And then Cable's like, all right, I'm gonna take her into the future because she's so important, so powerful. He does it. And you know who hunts him the whole time? Fucking Bishop. Because the whole time Bishop's sitting there, oh, I'll help you guys. Behind the scenes, he was like, I'm gonna kill this little baby. I'm gonna kill the baby. And he tries to kill the baby, and Cable's like, no, jumps into the future, and then go read the comic. It's super good.
You gave me those comics, as a matter of fact.
Yes, you still have them. I need to grab them.
Yeah, because that's what leads into Avengers versus X-Men.
Yep. So Avengers versus X-Men is going to be wild. You know that they're doing it. Anyway, let's roll back to what we're talking about.
Yeah, I didn't even tell my story.
So go tell your story.
So what was interesting about this show was in preparation for this show, because I couldn't wait.
Yeah.
First I had to rewatch the original series, which it was hard to rewatch as a 35-year-old man.
It is a hard watch.
So I was skimming through it. I was like, okay, this episode looks like a good one. I'll watch this one. So I was watching ones that looked fun, and they were definite key episodes for the expanding story. I especially watched the episodes with Mr. Sinister capturing Scott and Jean to figure out the whole Madeline Pryor thing.
I wish you would have looked at Bo DeMayo's thing because he told you what episodes to watch every episode.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that shit.
So he just put it up for this one, so you might want to do that.
But I mean, I'm not gonna watch the shit again. But
no.
But I was waiting for that. But I also started watching every X-Men cartoon. I was skimming through X-Men Evolution because that had a lot of corny ass episodes, but it had some really good ones. And then I watched what was for a while my favorite X-Men show of all time, X-Men and the Wolverine and the X-Men.
Oh God!
Because first of all,
the ball that
I'll say
dropped.
this.
God.
As opposed to the way this series is, where Wolverine, he's just the angry, violent guy. Because in reality, in the comics, Wolverine has so much depth to him. So in Wolverine and the X-Men, you get the real Logan. Such a good show. So good.
And then they did a good thing. They put Professor X in the freaking future. So they kind of eliminate him. And it's kind of like this. It's kind of like this.
Because he wasn't there.
He wasn't there.
Facts. But the thing was, by watching that, I noticed the Sentinels in the present were different from the Sentinels in the future that Professor X was dealing with. So then I just decided to go do some research, aka YouTube, and I looked up some Sentinel videos, and also I came across the Tri-Sentinel, the human Sentinels, the Prime Sentinels, and Bastion, who was Nimrod.
Yeah. And
it's funny that I watched this whole video, and now all that shit is playing out.
Yeah, exactly.
In X-Men 97. I was like, I'm glad I watched that video.
Yeah, you called it, bro. And I mean, they're doing Bastion. They changed the origin a little bit, but it was great callback that they made his parents the people in the bar when Storm and Wolverine killed Nimrod, and the two parents in the bar that's Batch's mother, father.
Yeah.
It's so crazy how they connected that. Bo DeMayo.
I just saw that video recently, actually.
It's the man. That's perfect. That's perfect because it makes sense because he got blown up there. His body was like, okay, I need to adapt. Went into the guy's pee-pee. Was like, oh yeah, let's go get this woman pregnant with me and you. Freaking crazy, bro.
Liquid metal sperm, bro.
Liquid metal sperm. And Bo DeMayo as a director is just perfect, man. And whatever else jobs he gets in Hollywood, hopefully it's gonna be amazing.
This series is not gonna be the same without him.
No, I mean he did Moon Knight, which I thought you said you didn't like too much.
I could not stand Moon Knight. It started out interesting and it just It wasn't Moon Knight, bro. And I wasn't even an avid Moon Knight reader. But from what I know about Moon Knight, this was not Moon Knight, man.
What you know what? I'm gonna give it another chance because it had some good stuff in there.
If I see him out in the city streets doing some shit,
Yeah.
I'll watch the next season.
Let me ask a question. Let me ask a question. So, who do you think is crazier, Moon Knight or David? What the hell? Professor X's son.
Legion.
Legion. Yeah.
Legion is crazier
Yeah.
because all his personalities have different powers and they're
Yeah.
all dangerous. So
Yeah. Yeah. Bringing Legion in would be wild, though.
now the question is, who's crazier, Legion or Crazy Jane from what's that superhero team in DC? Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol.
That's
That is-
another
yeah,
one. Who's
that's another
crazier,
one. Who's
Legion
crazy,
or her?
But Legion would wipe the floor with her, though. That motherfucker could
he's way more
rewrite
powerful.
reality.
Yeah, facts.
So okay, so let's go from the beginning of X-Men 97 to now. What has changed for you visually, like looking at? Because I know the visuals were the problem for a lot of people because they saw that first trailer. We all saw it, and I was just like, something looks off. But I guess they just needed to put something out at that time because it sped up for me. I fucking love it. My eyes adjusted. I love this animation and the callbacks to like Demon Slayer, Dragon Ball, Yu Yu Hakusho. They've took elements from all these shows and put into here. It's wild. It's just
like what?
Just the pacing, the fighting, the movements. It's all animation. It's all anime. You can see My Hero Academia when Gambit and Rogue are fighting the friggin' Sentinel. You see My Hero. Like every last 2 episodes, My Hero goes fucking ham every time in the fight scenes, and that's exactly what they did. They just did it in every episode of X-Men now.
Okay,
Every fight scene. It's crazy, right?
Saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I meant. Like the animation styles, the fighting. Like okay, when Rogue went bugged out, when Rogue is bugged out, right, and she's sitting up there and it's dark, and you just see the light pulsating on her face, and the rain's coming down, and then she's going down to break shit. She's breaking the floor, and it explodes. She pick up some fucking. You see every muscle pick up this fucking robot, slam it down. Then she's doing the super kick from the freaking video game, and it was crazy. It's just stuff like that, like Magneto holding the bubble up, and you just get that vibe of All Might fighting One for All. What do we say? All for One. He's fighting All for One, and you just feel that vibe of, oh shit, he can die. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just Bo DeMeo definitely is an anime watcher like us. He was just like us as kids, and you can see it because everything. Captain America looking proud and amazing, just like when All Might comes. Yeah, fucking behind him in an awkward ass standing position. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff like that. Like, who would think to be like, make sure Rogue before she leaves takes Cap's shield and throws it so he can't follow her.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Incredible writing.
Yeah,
you have now delayed Captain America to follow you. You know what I'm saying? Because that nigga needs to find a shield. You know
yeah, word.
You know, it's
when Captain America leaves the shield.
Yeah, and then who thought of Morph changing it to the Hulk?
Yo,
and then instead of saying Hulk smash, he says Morph smash.
Yeah,
it's like great writing.
That shit had me thinking. I'm like, yo, Morph. In my opinion, Morph is the strongest motherfucker because if you could turn into the strongest motherfucker, nobody can stop you, and everybody knows the Hulk is the most powerful.
Yeah. But Morph. I'm telling people are sleeping on Morph and how strong he really is. If Morph goes serious, like serious, what I seen him in the comic when he gets pissed off, bro, ain't nobody's beating him. He fucking can turn into anybody, and have their strength. It might be a little less, but he's still hitting you with Hulk's punch.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He could have taken out those Sentinels by himself.
Yo, it's crazy.
He could have taken them out by himself. They should just let him do it.
Oh my god! But honestly, back to what we were saying about the episodes. I think that my favorite episode, honestly, was the one where the demon episode when Madeline Pryor became the demon queen, the Goblin Queen, and the whole house started changing into like animation shit, like the tongue, the monster, like bleh, you saw the demons, and it was just I thought that episode was incredible. That's my favorite episode. Honestly,
that's your favorite episode.
That really got me going into the seasons. Be honest. But what about you? What really changed for you? What episode changed everything for you?
I mean, I liked it from the very beginning. I don't have a favorite. This to me, it's like Bleach and Attack on Titan to me. And the reason I love those two series is because it progressively gets better and better. It never slows down, and that's what X-Men is doing. It just gets better and better. So I don't have a favorite because what my favorite is today, tomorrow's gonna be my favorite. So
Fair.
I can't even have a favorite. It literally gets better every episode. I don't know how you motherfuckers do this, but you're doing it.
They're doing it, bro.
You're doing it. I wake up early,
Bro,
to
same.
watch an episode. Like
3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the
it's
morning.
not important to my life. I got bills to pay, but I'm waking up to watch cartoons.
Yo, for real?
It's fine.
Next day, what the fuck? Oh man, bro, I'm like, it's so crazy. I haven't since the Mandalorian season 1. I haven't been pulling my phone out and like secretly hiding it at my desk and letting it play through my Ray-Ban freaking speakers, my glasses, so I'm watching the episode and typing shit up. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's incredible. I cannot miss an episode. I was gonna do this thing, right? This guy I heard, he was just like, I'm gonna wait till every Saturday morning to watch the episode so I can feel like it is back in the day. Motherfucker, you can wait. Cause I ain't waiting.
Yeah, or I ain't fucking waiting, bro.
I'm waiting. Bro, my countdown starts freaking Saturday. It's like, okay, I got 3 more days to this year. Yo, it's crazy.
Or
Bro, this next episode. Can't wait. Was there anything you didn't like, any character development that you're kind of disappointed with?
well, I didn't like the Jubilee episode. Storm, which I love Storm, and I love that she's getting so much shine.
Yeah,
she deserves it.
But where's the butt? Let it out.
They didn't flesh out. That's the one thing that was not done as well as it could have been to me. Her story with that demon, that owl demon shit. They didn't flesh it out properly, and the way it would transition between scenes had me confused. Because I thought she was like in the demon's illusion still, because she'd be in the house, and then in the cave, and then she's flying in fucking Africa. I'm so fucking confused, bro. And also, like, when did she gain the ability?
It was in Texas, wherever it was, in Arizona.
And they were in Arizona, and then they're flying next to zebras, nigga. They're in Africa.
Were they flying next to zebras?
Maybe I'm bugging. Like, we gotta go back and look. But I'm pretty sure I saw them flying to zebras and rhinos.
I saw horses.
But my point is, like,
animals. Yo, bro, I've seen zebras.
When did she gain the ability to materialize her fucking costume? Now she's Scarlet Witch.
That was kind of wild.
That confused the shit out of me.
That was kind of wild though. But she's the goddess of Jesus, so
she's the goddess of Jesus.
What is Nick Fury say? Black girl magic? That's what that is. Okay, she just appears, bro. Bing. Yeah, but you know what? I like that. I love that costume. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite costume for her.
Black costume. But you know what's kind of weird? This last episode, she went to that room to change into her old costume, and I was like, "You have the costume on already." So she's looking at the thing, and I'm like, "Wait a minute, don't you have that on your head already? Why are you putting that?" I'm like, they just added that. They were like, "Oh, we fucked up."
But speaking of those costumes, that was fire last episode when everybody put their 80s costume on.
Yeah, because
that was so fire.
And I love that they didn't go, "Oh yeah." This is why I like. It's like anime. You lose. There's costume damage. That's there. It's damage. It's done. Just like Vegeta and Goku, they always give an episode of them finding a new outfit, or we need a new outfit. We burned this shit away. Oh, everybody always has that kind of thing, and that is the Dragon Ball Z element that they put in there, because they were like, "Oh shit, we just blew up the X Mansion. Nothing's there. We can't just pull costumes out of our ass. Oh, our costumes got damaged. We need new costumes. Oh wait, Beast can't make it out of his machine because they're all destroyed. Let's go to Madeline Pryor's place. That's abandoned and has all our old shit in it from the 80s. Amazing. And if you look into that room, right, when they go into that room, you see all these vehicles from toys, from X-Men Evolution, all this shit, like all these little Easter eggs in there. And seeing the two different Blackbirds is great.
Yeah,
the 80s Blackbird and the Blackbird when they went to space. That shit was beautiful. So it was pretty fire. There was this Wolverine toy that me and Xavier had when we were kids. It's a Wolverine bike, and it was brown and yellow, and it's there. It's sitting there in the cockpit area. It's great. Not cockpit area. The hangar.
The hangar.
And the hangar. And then they had the X-Men Evolution bike, Wolverine's motorcycle there. That was cool
I didn't
too.
even see it. I gotta go back and check.
Yeah, they had Scott's car. They have Rogue's car from the episode where the Juggernaut Chase episode, that was there. They just had a. I love Bo DeMeo. I'm sorry. I love that man. And, whatever
It's
way
not
he
gonna be the
goes,
same without him, bro.
hey, listen. You could be gay, straight, trans. I don't give a shit. As long as you can write, I respect you and I'm behind you. No, actually, no matter what you do, actually, I'm behind you. It's just like stop. People be like, oh, he's a gay man. He's got an OnlyFans. He's a piece of shit. Because he has an OnlyFans. Everybody has OnlyFans. There's a girl on TikTok that has an OnlyFans and works at Toyota, and they promote her TikTok. I mean, her OnlyFans through Toyota. Like, she gets people to Toyota to see her, buy cars from her because of her OnlyFans, and they embrace that shit. You telling me because he sells OnlyFans shirts off pictures that you're fired him? Wild.
That's what it was about.
That's what they said.
The video I saw, they said that because he brought up that he was a diversity hire. That's why they fired him.
Oh.
I didn't even know about this OnlyFans.
It was. I'm hearing it's the OnlyFans page. That's why he didn't want to delete
the
it.
The truth is, Disney sucks. That's
Disney sucks. Yeah.
Look, if you made that She-Hulk show,
yeah,
you shouldn't exist.
You
so
should exist.
Anything Disney does.
Did you see the actress came out? She was like, "Oh, I don't think." She's like, she's doing a podcast. She's like, "Yeah, I don't think we're coming back. I think we pushed it too hard. We spent too much money doing dumb shit."
Yeah, like, dumb
shit. That's all it was.
Not She-Hulk at all.
Was there any good episodes?
No.
I'm trying to think back.
Even it was the worst thing ever made. It was. It was the worst thing.
You know what killed it for me? You know what could have redeemed the season? That fight scene at the end when the Hulk and everybody's fighting. I was like, "Oh shit's about to pop up finally!" And then they were like, "No, it didn't really happen." She's gonna redo it. Do you know that Ryan Reynolds told Disney, "No, go fuck yourself. We're not putting She-Hulk in the movie," because they wanted to have a She-Hulk and Deadpool thing.
I would have walked out of the fucking theater.
He said no. He's like, over my dead body. He wanted to do they wanted to promote their female-led Avengers team, and then that was gonna be the thing. He was like,
"Well, She-Hulk's not part of it because she doesn't exist anymore because Disney sucks."
Yeah, listen, She-Hulk could have been a good thing, man, because She-Hulk's the female Deadpool.
Should have been.
She's the female Deadpool, and they took it the wrong way. They took it the wrong way, completely, because her comic is just like Deadpool's. It is great. Her comics are usually great. I used to love She-Hulk comics because you didn't know who was gonna appear in there. Like, all you need to do was do this, right? This would have been a perfect She-Hulk show, right? Let her get her powers just like she did. Cool. She had cancer, whatever she had. She needed blood fusion, whatever. Fine. Then put her in court cases constantly, but with superheroes that we give a shit about and actual funny ideas. Not shaking her ass with Megan Thee Stallion. This is like, and then the final fight scene always needs to be the best in these Marvel shows. How do you drop the ball with that? You have the chance to have Hulk and Abomination fight round 2, and you don't do it.
They shouldn't even made it all about the court cases. They should have made a real legit cohesive deep story.
That's true.
And had the court cases take place in between episodes. They made a corny version of Ally McBeal.
They did.
She-Hulk.
That's right. They really did.
Ally McBeal was better. I never even watched it, and I know it was better. I just remember the Dancing Baby. My parents watched that shit when I was a kid.
Dancing Baby.
That Dancing Baby scared the shit out of me. And that Dancing Baby was better than She-Hulk.
Oh my god! But listen, we've talked about this before. They needed this injection of X-Men, and that's what's going to save Marvel right now. Because now they're going to
save it, but this is nice.
They're looking at it like, oh shit, our X-Men better be like this. And listen, I know people are getting mad, like, oh, the X-Men team is going to be a female-centric team. It kind of is. I mean, the heavy hitters on the X-Men are Storm, Rogue, and Jean Grey.
Facts.
So it really should be a female-led story. It really should, because all 3 of them, the first class of X-Men is Jean Grey. The second class of X-Men is Storm. The third class of X-Men is Rogue. These are the staples of each generation of X-Men, the first 3 generations. Yes, we're going to have the first class, which I don't think they should do. My opinion, they shouldn't show that. They shouldn't show... The X-Men should still already be established. That's how they think they should go with it. I don't think they need to do the whole Professor X with the original OG X-Men, because we already know
the movie you're talking about?
The movie, yes.
Oh, no, we don't need that again, man. Yeah,
No,
they should.
they no started out that they've been established already. They have been there in the background. Professor X been wiping people's
Just do what they're
brains,
gonna do with Fantastic Four. Just have them come from another universe,
or
and that's
that,
why they're already established. And
or
now
that.
they're here because the universes are merged. Because clearly they can't just be here because we never heard of them before in the Marvel universe. So
No, I mean you can say that Professor X used his mind thing and erase people's minds from any event that happened, which he has the power to do it. So, I mean,
you
you
can
could
say
do that.
that. You can say that.
You can say different world events that happened. You thought it was just a disaster, but it really was Rogue or Jean or somebody that's fighting somebody else and Magneto and all the shit. It was just erased from reality because of this. Or you can say that the X-Men started coming around after the blip.
Or you could say Deadpool was going around these different universes and collecting different team members, and they all ended up in this universe and they're stuck.
That's true.
And now they're a team of misfits from different universes.
You would be stuck bringing back the old generation of people.
Nah, it doesn't have to be them because there's so many different universes out there. He could just go to a different universe and grab these other new people.
Well, talking about Deadpool grabbing people, did you hear that the Blade's coming?
I don't want to hear anything about the movie until it comes out.
No, not that movie. That Wesley Snipes is coming back.
In Deadpool, I don't want to hear that.
No, not Deadpool. For Secret Wars, they're trying to get him back. So I'm trying to figure out what's gonna happen. My thinking is this. I think that it's gonna be a rescue mission for the Avengers. I think they're gonna get their ass freaking clapped. Their cheeks are gonna get super clapped, and Deadpool's gonna have to put a team together to go help them and fight them, help them in Secret Wars.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bunch of retired niggas.
Because let me tell you,
it's gonna be the Expendables.
You need to make Doctor Doom the big bad. Make him the super duper right away. Establish his ass. And then have Reed Richards come in there with the Fantastic Four during Secret Invasion, whoop this nigga's ass. And he'd be like, oh, I have a vendetta against him forever. And that's how you start the story between Doctor Doom and the Avengers, the Fantastic Four. You know, it's that should be a staple in there. But have my man Doom come in. And this is how you write off Jonathan Majors. You have Kang there talking shit. He just whooped the Avengers' ass. Have him beat the Avengers. Or like have him in the mask.
Yeah, he needs to beat the Avengers.
Let him beat the Avengers. Or whoever the character is that's replacing him, and then have Doom just grab him like he grabbed Thanos in the comics and just wipe that nigga from existence, bro. Because let me tell you, seeing that page in the comics of Doctor Doom murdering Thanos with one touch of a glove was incredible. You were like, okay, Doctor Doom ain't playing no more. That needs to happen.
Was that after he got the power of the Beyonder?
Yep, the Beyonder powers. Yep, Thanos was trying to check him. He was like, "Oh, really?" Destroyed his life, and he just see the skeleton in his hand. Do that. I would do that with Doctor Doom because you need to replace him. Kang, unfortunately, even if you bring in another actor, it's going to be that stigma. Plus, the Ant-Man movie kind of ruined him a little bit. Him getting killed by ants.
That movie was so bad. He's Kang. I'm a massive Kang fan.
Yes, I know.
And I became a Kang fan, and I don't even know who Kang was when I was a kid. And he was in all the cartoons. He was an X-Men, but he wasn't a Kang. He was his other alter ego.
Abansor. The Egyptian god.
No, not that one. When he was Immortus, he was Immortus.
Oh, okay.
In the episode Bishop, and when Apocalypse got trapped in between time.
Oh, okay.
So I don't even know who Kang was, but the point is.
That's right.
The greatest Marvel cartoon before X-Men 97, the greatest Marvel cartoon of all time was Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Yes.
And the Kang storyline was so fucking fire. I was like, who the fuck is this Kang dude, bro? And I just had to read up about him, and I was like, this nigga Kang is a problem.
Yep.
Because number one, he wins often, and number two, this motherfucker exists throughout all of time, so you can never truly kill him because you killed this one, but there's already another one who's outside your door. He's been here the whole time.
Did you read the comment the person just posted? Sorry. He said Doctor Doom Act is going to get established, then start a beef with either Kendrick and lose it to all the rappers in research. He said with. Oh shit.
Jokes.
But Kang, can we really? I know we're talking about loss. Let's talk about the loss of the Avengers' Mightiest Heroes. Like, how do you? I'm back.
We lost you.
I'm back. Signal's back. Sorry, that was my fault.
It's that Jersey shit, bro.
That Jersey shit. Earth's Mightiest Heroes was the best Avengers show that ever lived, and the writing was incredible.
That's another show where, just like the X-Men 97, it just gets better every time.
Yep.
It was no whack episodes.
And did you see what it was supposed to become? Did you see the next season? It was the X-Men were supposed to come in there. They were gonna have a whole story with the Hulk leaving Earth, getting shot into space. We're gonna do all this stuff the next season. Bro, it was supposed to be so good. But you know why they did it?
They canceled because they're like, oh, we got kids internationally. They watch the MCU movies, being the cartoon that looks like the MCU.
Yep.
Fucking stupid.
Stupid.
No, it could have worked if you kept the same writing.
Exactly.
But you didn't.
You did not.
It was trash doo-doo.
It was
and it felt like a kid's cartoon. Like Avengers Earth Mightiest Hero had such deep, complex storylines. Adults watch it. The new Avengers cartoon was so fucking childish. I turned it off after 5 seconds.
Yeah, I can't stand that shit.
I can't watch it, bro. You gonna go to the party, Iron Man? I don't know. Hulk, you want to go too? Let's go fight some shit.
It's sad though because this was supposed to branch out to a bunch of shows. They were establishing a universe for all these shows.
A failed universe.
Wolverine the X-Men
Agents of Smash? Horrible.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was terrible too. Wolverine the X-Men
and that She-Hulk was still better than the She-Hulk TV
and
show.
She-Hulk, yeah, She-Hulk freaking sucked. Oh god, She-Hulk is terrible.
She's better than what was your question?
No, you're good. No, I was just saying that it's just we had so much promise. But you know what? Is what it is. We're getting what we want now, X-Men. So all that crap can go away now. But
which technically, this X-Men 97, it is covering so much of Marvel because you saw Doctor Doom, Spider-Man, Hulk.
Yep.
Who else did we see in the?
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange with his girl. Well, I forgot her
so did we see the three? We saw the three Hulks. Did we see 3 core Avengers? We didn't see Thor.
We saw Captain America. No, we didn't see Thor. But we saw
Doctor Doom.
No, this is in the conversation. Doctor Doom. There was another villain.
Yeah, it's
who you've never seen in the old Marvel cartoons, but he was in Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Yeah. Wait, I know you're talking about.
He's from the
purple dude.
Civil War movie.
Civil War movie. Oh my God! Somebody help us.
I love this dude. How can I forget his name?
Somebody help us in the comments.
Someone to be.
What the frig is his name?
Someone to be.
Baron Zemo.
Baron Zemo.
There you go.
I was disappointed with the movies how they handle Baron Zemo because Baron Zemo in Earth's Mightiest Heroes was a phenomenal villain. That dude went to the Avengers Mansion and fucked everybody up by himself.
I liked it because they knew that anybody punched this man, he would break into a million pieces, just like the cartoon, just like the comics.
But he's such a good fighter. He's so smart.
He's smart.
But he barely fought at all in the movie.
You know what?
But he was smart.
It's fine though because I like that. I like that movie. Captain America, Winter Soldier, and Captain America: Civil War are probably my top 5. Because of how the story wise, the whole espionage story and trying to find out what really happened, and that scene at the end when Iron Man is like, "Wait a minute, you were there? You knew he killed my parents?" Yo, ooh, yeah. Man, that was deep. But apparently they cut out a whole scene where all the soldiers were supposed to come out and they're gonna fight the soldiers. They were supposed to do that, but then they thought,
oh shit,
they said that would have tarnished the story. But I was like, okay, whatever. I'm cool with what we got, but I wish that they would have let those soldiers out and had them fight them, because that would have been cool seeing Captain America slaying other super soldiers. That actually would have been crazy.
That would have been fire.
Yeah, Bucky, Iron Man, and him, but Iron Man would have got his ass torn up though.
Yeah, he can only handle one. I was gonna handle an army.
Actually, he took on 2. He did take on 2, so I get.
He didn't beat them. He got fucked up.
He did. Yeah, he did get fucked up. Back to we're talking about Marvel. Guys, if you just catch it coming in right now, Marvel's in a good path right now with X-Men 97. Back to X-Men 97, and we were talking about loss because that's our big topic of this podcast. And I think I said this before. There's 3 different types of grief, and they showed all different types of grief. You have denial, right? Somebody's in denial of what's really happening. You have prolonged suffering. I would say, like somebody that's continuously hurt and they want to take all their anger out on people. They have that. And then you have people that deal with it, that kind of just go about their day and doesn't affect them as much as everybody else's. And I think that they show that all in there with Rogue, Magneto, and
well, break it down, bro. Who represent each of those?
So for me, Rogue is definitely in the anger. taking out her anger and sadness and everything on people, because Rogue has never really killed anybody, only by accident, right? In this show, I'm not saying in the comics or anything, but in this show, she's never really hurt anybody really on purpose, unless it was a bad guy and something like that, right? She didn't give a fuck. She didn't care. After Gambit died, she tripped.
Yeah.
She blacked out that whole time, because remember when she got her ass knocked out by that Sentinel, when she woke up, she was just coming off of the island. They said that so she was holding on to her grief that long that she blacked out from leaving the island after Gambit died to to the bedside when she was in bed when Nightcrawler woke her up. She forgot everything in between, because she didn't realize that she went to humans, destroyed robots, attacked a human base to find out whatever happened, was ready to kill Captain America, was killed a man. Legit, I'm gonna say she killed the person. She threw Gyrick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it Guy? Is Gyrick?
She killed him.
She killed
No,
him.
it wasn't Gyrick. It was Trask.
Trask. Threw Trask off the building. That motherfucker went down, and he died. Splat. And then he got
came back as a
reincarnated
Prime
by-
Sentinel, but he
Prime
had to
Sentinel.
die to become that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that she was using her grief as anger, and she's the one without anger. Now, a person that is in denial, and is suffering. What did I say? Suffering as in like, with sadness and depression and all this stuff. And I think that's more of a Magneto thing.
You think he's in denial? He's lashing out.
No, he's in denial. No, he is in denial of just the fact that you can't make everybody else suffer for things that happen to you in life. You have to learn to adjust and try to make things better, because nothing's going to come from the way he's resorting to certain things. He seems like he flip-flops a lot when it comes to what he's sad about. He is, and he keeps the baggage constantly. It like piles up with him, right? Obviously he lost his parents early, right? Lost his humanity, was put in a cage, pretty much, was constantly suppressed and attacked by humans. Even when Charles was there to give him that extra, listen, we can do this together. We can fix this. Let's try to go a different path. And I know Charles is wrong a lot of times. He's a dumbass. Sometimes for a smart man, he's pretty dumb. But he has a good heart, and he knows that there's a good path to go about certain things. You can't go forcefully all the time. And I think Magneto himself, which sometimes he is right, which I'm not going to fault him for that. He is right. But he lets his emotions.
If I was Magneto, I'd destroy the planet. But
exactly. But he did it. He destroyed the planet. He destroyed the planet, bro. The planet's fucking fucked because of his emotions. He's calm about it. He's like, enough. I am the leader, and this is the way it needs to be. He's not, like freaking Rogue, but he's like, that's who I think he represents.
I see your points, but I think those go along with Rogue in lashing out. I think denial is Professor Xavier.
Oh, okay, yeah.
First of all, when he saw his vision, he's like, no, like he can't accept it. Then he shows up like he can stop it. It already happened.
But he's already because he's the one that's dealing with it and just trying to move on from it already. He's already trying to do that. Even with this whole thing, that's the problem that I have with Professor X, and this is the problem Magneto and Rogue have with it. You're just moving on from what just happened in Genosha. You weren't here. But you're just like, we can find a path. There's a better way to do it.
You weren't there, nigga. You didn't see all the death.
Exactly. And that's why I was going to go into, he's the one that's kind of in denial, but also kind of dealing with it and okay with it. And he's putting on this happy smile and just going about his day. Oh, this can be. But all this is not a right answer. None of them are a right answer. I feel like everybody needs to deal with grief in their certain way. And you're going to get to that promised land eventually, getting over it. Some people don't. And I'm not saying getting over it is a good thing. It's also not a bad thing either. But there's a way to deal with pain, and you'll find your way. But I think all three of these people are dealing with pain in a certain way. Professor X, no matter what happens, he stays level-headed and tries to find the better way out of the option. Rogue obviously can't deal with pain and shit at all. She can't control herself. To the point when she said she blacked out 2 days of her life is wild. and she went and destroyed a human base, killed a person, went completely nuclear, and then now she's fighting her family. She's all those stages of grief she's going through is crazy. She started fighting Wolverine. She was like, "I'm leaving you guys because I don't care." The middle guy that's in both of these things is Magneto. He's the one he lets his emotions run him, kind of doesn't, but he doesn't think clearly enough to move forward and be a leader. He would be a great leader if he just got out of his own ass. But he had so much things happen to him in his past and as a child, and I think he can never get over that. And I know this is a fictional character we're talking about, but there's people in real life just like this, that so much abuse has happened to them in their lives that they can never get past it. Even though in the back of your mind, if you look at this person, they would be the best version of anybody if they just put their mind to it. And that's exactly what I'm saying about Magneto. Like, I think that's him. That's who I'm explaining. I explained. That's exactly who's him. I mean, this is how I feel. But who do you feel? Let's hear from your side. What do you feel? Where do these people land in the sections that I gave you? I guess.
Well, like I said, I felt like Professor Xavier was in denial, but you made a great point about him moving forward with it.
Thank you.
I mean, I can't. Everything you said worked. I can't even expand on it, bro.
Oh shoot! I appreciate that.
You did it. No comeback for me. That's rare. I was just like, no, Chaz, this is it.
and I can't wait to see, because it's, everybody says X-Men is not woke, right? X-Men is kind of woke.
Who says this?
This is X-Men. This is everybody. It's like, well, X-Men is not woke.
I'm gonna go kill them right now.
Yeah. Well, X-Men is woke. It is about loss. It is real. This is why X-Men, it is so popular from the 70s till now, because you know why? As Black, as Spanish, as any minority, we can relate to them because the shit they go through is real life shit.
They're based on oppression of minorities.
It is just with powers. And this is why everybody can relate to the X-Men.
And superiority.
They are us. They are us. They are the people that have been suppressed, or people that have been put down, oppressed. X-Men originally and for civil rights movement. Thank you. It is. Then this is what I argued. If you go on my TikTok, ONE4EGO on TikTok, guys, I had this big video out that I didn't curse at anybody. I just kind of put people in their place.
Yeah,
like
you
the
did.
X-Men. I did. And you could please go look at it. I got like what 10,000 views on that, maybe even more now. But it's just I went off because it's like, there's a lot of fake comic book fans out there. There's a lot of fake that just jump on the bandwagon now. You are not. You're not one of them. They have not been reading X-Men, and I'm not saying I'm the X-Men expert. No, I'm not. I just
kind of are.
I'm not. But I just know that every character, I can remember every character's name. I can remember every X-Men's name. Not because it's my favorite comic book character, not because I'm a geek. It's because I have an emotional connection with every single piece of the X-Men universe. I don't know everything about the Avengers. You know what I do know? Tony's a drunk. And Captain America's from the past and all those little things, but I don't know the inner workings of them. I don't get invested with them because their personalities are so like
unrelatable.
Like default. Yeah, like it's just unrelatable. The X-Men, every single X-Men they bring in has a personal issue that you can relate to. It's crazy.
Facts.
It's crazy. They were like, how is a female Wolverine going to work? Guess what? Loris in the comics now. And guess what? Loris started in X-Men Evolution. People don't remember that. She started out of there and they were like, huh, you know what? She will work as a comic book character. Then they wrote her in.
Wait, Loris, Magneto's daughter?
No. Laura. Wolverine's daughter. X-Men X-23.
Oh, X1. Wait, she started X-Men Evolution?
Yes.
I thought she was in the comics first.
Nope.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, X-Men Evolution.
Oh, the Harley Quinn, though. That's fire.
Isn't that crazy? What a great callback, man.
I know. That's who I am, baby.
That's beautiful. Yes, just like Harley Quinn. Started in a cartoon, became a comic book person. And to Super Sippy, yes, you are completely right. And whoever says that Professor X and Magneto aren't freaking Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, then you can go suck a fucking dick.
Super duper facts. What?
Beautiful. That is Those are the X-Men characters. And this is why they can relate. Because the X-Men, no matter what color they are, in the comic books, we can relate to them. They have real issues. Real issues.
Nightcrawler is my favorite for a reason.
Have you ever walked in a store in real life and people think you're stealing, or you look at you weird, or you get this freaking vibe? Certain people in life,
my youth.
And certain people in life can't relate to that. And I'm lighter than Justin, and I've had that shit happen to me because I don't look like I'm black. I don't look at it at all. But
you like Hartenstein.
They might think I'm Spanish.
You're bright skinned.
I'm bright skinned, but I could be Spanish, could be any of these things. And I've had that situation happen to me. And guess what happens?
Fuck, you more black than me. I'm mixed.
It's true.
You're full black.
Yeah, it's true. And it's just crazy. Like things like that happen to people. You look different, so people treat you different.
Facts.
Yeah, same thing with X-Men. This is why we love that, because it was an escape for black culture. It's like kung fu movies were escape for us too.
Facts.
It's just like certain things in life were like just escapes for us because of the crap we had to deal with. And one of them was the X-Men. A big part of it. And that's why any X-Men cartoon comes out, any X-Men movie, no matter how shitty it is, we will go and see it. Because
that is true.
It's true.
Most of them have been shitty, and I've watched every single one.
Every single one, no matter what.
Because it's the X-Men.
And people are like, oh, they don't have a lot of black characters. Okay, cool. We don't see color when it comes to X-Men. I think Scott's just as a nigga, just as us. Like, that's for real. He is. He's the same as us.
He's had his nigga moments this season, especially.
He's had. And you know what? He's all about his brothers. He found out he has a father.
Which when they're gonna bring back Havoc, but yeah, he has a father who abandoned him and all that. But we're not trying to perpetuate stereotypes over here.
I'm just saying. He's had a father that abandoned him, and he had brothers that he didn't know about. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? People can relate to that shit. It's real life shit. You have Jean Grey. She got her powers because of something that she saw her friend.
Oh, you want to talk about Jean Grey? Jean Grey is realistic because she's a fucking whore.
Yeah,
she over there making out with Wolverine and cheating on Cyclops. They haven't fucking even gone back to that yet. I want them to. We need some resolution to that shit.
Can we?
That was. Let me just say this, bro. That was some real female shit.
Yo.
Because she cheated on Scott and then yelled at him and accused him of cheating. Oh! That got me so mad, the double standard. I was like, you just made out with Wolverine, and Scott was actually married to this woman, and you're mad at him because he still talks to her? At least they're not fucking. You out there trying to suck Wolverine's dick. I hate you, Jean. I hate you so much, Jean.
Yo, remember she was like, you cheated on me. He's like, wait, what? You were dead. Oh, I didn't know it was in you.
Yeah, but exactly. It is you, bitch.
You knew who Wolverine was.
I am you and you are me.
But Magneto was like, then you got Magneto, the side nigga was like, yo, what's up, baby?
I'm a rogue word, bro.
Rogue was like, yeah, let me touch you.
Word.
Yeah, and then
like you said, bro, everybody's relatable. These are like real fucking people, bro.
Can we just give a shout out to Magneto and Gambit, bro? They're the most heroic X-Men characters of all time. They were like a giant robot's coming for us. That's murking everybody. We're going forward towards it. We're gonna go into that. And that little spark of Magneto being the leader of mutants the right way was great. I love that.
I wanted more of that.
I wanted
a lot more of that.
Oh God!
Because I always loved Magneto growing up. It was fun to see him. It wasn't just fun. It was satisfying to see him be one of the good guys for once. I just wish he just got to do that for longer.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I wish, but you know what? They needed it. It's a story element, which they did it perfectly.
But also, as a grown man now and understanding life a lot better, I don't necessarily see Magneto as evil. I understand his anger, why he wants to do what he wants to do.
He's not evil. I will never call Magneto evil.
It's the wrong way to go about it. I understand.
Do you know when Magneto was evil? Ultimate X-Men. Any of the Ultimate comic books, that Magneto was an evil person.
Yeah,
that was an evil motherfucker. He just killed people. Killed the whole world. Flooded New York. Was like, I don't care. I'm killing everybody. This Magneto was like, I'm turning off the power. And because we're getting murdered right now. There's Sentinels coming out there. Nobody cares.
No more.
Storm and Magneto's power sets. Them showing them in this show.
Speaking of Storm, I was tired of seeing Storm get knocked out. Because Storm is one of the most powerful people there. She should be annihilating everything, bro. She's like, oh, she's doing her tornado, her lightning, and she's like, oh no, what's Forge? And then she gets shot. I'm like, fuck. She's been taking out all those sentinels. She's like, Forge, no.
Yo, Forge is my guy though. Forge
I'm tired of Storm getting knocked out.
Yeah, I created the device to suppress mutant race, but you still want the dick though.
Speaking of Forge, and I brought this up to you before in separate personal conversations.
Yeah.
Because we've seen Forge in the cartoon before, but it was only in the future with Bishop.
Oh no, we also saw him in
his sister, who's the blonde mohawk. Who's she again?
X-Men's Bishop's sister is Scara, some weird name. I didn't really follow her.
But the point is, that's when we saw Forge in the cartoon. We didn't see Forge in present day.
We did.
When did we see Forge in present day?
Episodes. So the first episode was X Factor, the X Factor episode when the Iceman episode, when they went to find Lorna, and you found out that she was banging Alex.
Lorna was in the original X-Men 90s cartoon?
Lorna, like Magneto's daughter. Lorna.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing her there.
Polaris was in 2 episodes.
I only remember seeing Polaris and Wolverine in the X-Men. When the hell was Polaris?
Polaris was in that episode with X Factor. You saw all of X Factor, and you saw Bishop. You saw Forge.
I think I do remember.
And then another episode was when the Phalanx, which was a great episode, when the bad guys and good guys came together. It was Beast, Phalanx. It was Forge, Mr. Sinister, and they had to go fight the Phalanx. You forgot?
Text me these episodes. I'm gonna go watch them.
Yeah, later. And then you find out you saw Magneto with his beard, and then he comes and helps them, and they go into they fight. They release Lorna Polaris, and she comes and she fights. And Jean.
Yeah, that was just in those scenes.
He's like, Sinister, you son of a bitch.
But you brought that up to bring up Forge.
Yeah,
that was also an alternate future.
Wait, what do you mean?
With Magneto and his beard and everything.
No. Magneto and his beard was actually in the episode, the Phalanx episode.
What the fuck is the Phalanx episode?
The Phalanx episode. Remember the Phalanx was taken over, and they captured all the X-Men. They captured all the mutants on the Earth, and then they had to go to New York to fight was Mr. Sinister, Beast, one of the Phalanx as a good guy. Quicksilver was in the episode too.
I don't remember this shit.
Yo, that was a good episode.
That's a good series.
I'll send it. Those 2 episodes are great. Yeah, Beast finally had a hero episode, which was great. That was good. He was like the main character in the episode. And Mr. Sinister was a good guy, technically in that part.
Oh fuck! Yeah,
Professor.
You
don't remember? He's like, Professor, help me! They're coming, Professor. But they took care of everybody. You forgot about that shit?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That was a good episode. But anyway, Mr. Sinister's an asshole because he put the diamond on freaking Cable back when he was a baby.
Yeah, you piece of shit.
I was like, you piece of shit. You son of a bitch.
I was like, damn, we found it. This is the most Cable we've got.
Yo,
this is the most Cable we've got, and you got him fucking killing.
He's doing his attack from Marvel vs. Capcom. He's like, that shit was crazy. G's like, Scott, I'm dying again. No.
He's cracking up, bro. That's the one death I laughed at. It's like she's about to die, and she just goes, Scott. She's gone. And I was like, oh, that's old school G. That's all she did in the old cartoon was just scream Scott and get beat up. Oh, Scott. Oh.
And then when he blasted Professor X's chair, I was like, Scott, you idiot. He's like, Dick Gold.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, bro, just stay with Madeline, bro. Oh, she's dead too. Just let your bitches die.
You know what though? I just had a thought. I understand why he did it, because if he would have reactivated the magnetic field, then all the Sentinels were powered up again, and it would have been fucked. So I understand what just happened. I just realized it now. He was just like, oh yeah. Wolverine getting his freaking adamantium skull ripped out of his body.
I was not expecting them to do that in the cartoon, and I wasn't expecting it to happen so soon. I mean, technically it's not soon because it's season 6. But
Onslaught's coming.
I just was not expecting that, bro. Because I remember in the comics when you showed me this as a child,
yeah,
and I'm like, that's fire. I wish they'd do that in the cartoon because that's a crazy story. Boom. We got it.
Done. Onslaught's coming.
20-something years later, but we got it.
So I mean, I wonder what they're gonna do, because Franklin Richards is supposed to be a part of that story.
Yeah,
they get kidnapped.
I mean, they do the cameo. We might see the technically the greater Marvel universe is already established in this cartoon.
Well, it's everybody it's the Fantastic Four from the 90s.
Yeah, because all those cartoons are part of the same universe.
Yeah, part of the same universe. Iron Man. That
was my shit.
That entrance.
That was the best Iron Man.
Still the best intro of all time. Still the best intro.
Everybody likes Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man. My Iron Man was cartoon Iron Man.
Cartoon Iron Man was fire.
That was my nigga.
Cartoon Blade was whack.
Yeah, Cartoon Blade. Nah, Cartoon Blade was the West. That's what got me to Blade.
Why
In the
they give him
first
the haircut?
place.
You're like, oh, let me give him that stupid haircut.
I just
No
didn't like his
glasses.
clothes. He
His
dressed
clothes look
like
stupid.
yeah, I don't like that
He looked
horrible
like,
biker
he looked like
outfit.
any of our uncles from the 80s and 90s how they dressed. Leather jacket, blue shirt. Let's do this right now. I'm Blade.
And his energy sword. They didn't want to give him
His
katana because they don't want to cut people in half.
Yep. This is a lot of stupid
But
crap.
still, I love Blade in the Spider-Man cartoon.
It was all right. Well, Morbius?
Yeah. I mean, that's what got me into Blade, because I didn't know who Blade was until he appeared in the Spider-Man cartoon.
You need to start reading the comics right now. It's called Blood Hunt. It's the event right now. It's
you know me, you're the comic book reader. I'm just the video watcher.
So check this out. It's the vampires invading New York City.
I heard about it.
Blade is the
Blade he's fighting the mother of all evil, something like that.
Yeah, freaking who just died? Somebody just died in the first issue. I can't tell you. You got to read it.
I like to watch Dope Spill comics.
Yo, Dope Spill. Yo, Dope Spill's awesome. Shout out.
First of all, I gotta support him because
shout out.
And number two,
shout out to Dope Spill.
He goes into detail with the. I love it. I love his channel. That's where I get my stuff from.
Is Rob from Comic Book Explained? Is he black?
Rob, I know he's not white. I think he's Latino.
Or Latino?
Or he could be Hawaiian. I don't know what the fuck he's. I just know he's not white.
He's cool too, but I like Dope Spill.
He's cool, but I prefer Dope Spill.
Dope Spill's coming up, man. Yeah,
I've been on Dope Spill for a long time.
Yeah, Blood Hunt is crazy. So if you start reading the comics, if you go to that, the page I sent you, so you can read the comics. You start with Moon Knight. Moon Knight apparently is the first one you should read. It tells you to read the first main issue and then Moon Knight, but read Moon Knight first because it bleeds into the new one.
I'll just keep watching Dope Spill's videos.
Okay, yeah, you can just watch it that way. What is your prediction for this last episode coming up for X-Men?
I don't have one. I have not seen any of this coming. Every episode has been a surprise to me. That's also what makes it so good. I'm shocked every time. So yeah. I don't know. I mean, I did predict Bastion, but I didn't predict this whole storyline.
Yeah,
I did not. The only thing that I can predict is that Mystique revealed herself to be the senator. That's as far as I can predict. I mean, Onslaught. This is just the workers of Onslaught. Onslaught's not going to show up yet. Probably next season or 2 seasons from now.
So, I mean, he's going to take Wolverine's adamantium and make the suit for Onslaught. So it's crazy. Onslaught, yo, nobody realized how strong that motherfucker was. He was so OP that they didn't know how to beat him. Like in the comics, the writer was like, "What the hell do we do?" And then they fucked up Marvel Comics for like a couple months because they fused it with Marvel and did all this bullshit.
Oh, the amalgam.
The amalgam's bullshit. Oh God, Onslaught. It was such.
Which allegedly they're gonna make an amalgam comics animated series. I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah,
but that would be fire because I was always interested in amalgam comics when I was a kid. I would love to see this shit.
Yeah,
I would love to see that.
Well, you know what they are making? Real quick,
like Dark Claw.
Oh man, remember that guy? What was was Max?
Dark Claw with Wolverine and Batman mixed together.
Oh yeah, right, Dark Claw. You know, I was thinking. You said Dark Claw. I was thinking about Max. Remember Max? He's a big purple dude, jacked.
Yeah, I remember Max. Yeah.
The Max. Yeah, the big. Yeah. One of those comic books. What I was gonna bring up the Ninja Turtles. So Ninja Turtles, Last Ronin is getting. It's already has a comic. The movie's coming out. Live action movie. That's just gonna be fire. And the video game. Last Ronin video game. So you're gonna be playing as. I'm not spoiling it for people. One of the last Ninja Turtles that are alive, and you go through the story as that last Ninja Turtle.
I can't wait.
That's gonna be so.
Make
it just like God of War. Make it just like that. Would be perfect. Would be so perfect. Make it just like that. Have him just pulling out the weapons, doing different things. Every weapon needs to have a purpose and feel freaking like strong. Nunchucks, freaking everything.
Right, he has everything. He has the pole, the nunchucks, the size, and the swords,
and the hockey stick.
Oh yeah, he does.
Well, one thing I'll say, I still out of all the moments in there, like seeing how the turtles died. The Casey Jones and then bleep. I'm not saying who dies with him, but that was just fire how they went out. I was like, Master Splinter and whoever else passed at that point. That also was kind of like crazy how they went out because it was realistic. It was like, oh yeah, death by this is instant kill. I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But the way that the whole setting up and how it all went about was just perfect, and I cannot wait for people to see because I know people don't like reading. Oops, cracked again. I gotta get rid of it. So
Yeah.
I changed the connection. I'll tell you about it later. What was your first, real quick? What was your first impression of that? The Last Ronin, when you heard it, when you actually watched it. I don't know if you watched or read it. Did you watch?
I read it. I mean, I watched it. Watched it from
Dopesville.
Dopesville.
Yeah. So,
Um,
you think it's gonna be great as I know for me it's gonna be great as a movie and video game. I think it's perfect. I think having
as a movie, it's gonna be phenomenal as long as they keep it mature.
Yep, and keep it secret. Keep it secret because we know as a comic book fans, we know what the ending's gonna be.
Yeah.
But
as a video game, I'm looking forward to that because, I mean, I love Ninja Turtle video games when I was a kid, and I need a new one. But to give me a dark, gritty, mature, violent,
yeah,
it has to make it open. We're in New York. Make it open world. Yeah, he's not Spider-Man and the Hulk. He can't jump around buildings and shit. Yeah. But they're pretty fucking agile. I could do a flip and run down the building or some shit, or jump from fire escape to fire escape. But make it. You can't do a New York game and not make it open world.
Yeah, yeah.
So make it open world. Make
open world needs to happen. Open world needs to happen. That's true. But soundtrack needs to be dope. You gotta be a great soundtrack for the movie and the video game. Get some Nas in there. Get some Nas. We need some Nas. Word.
Though Nas is empowering, so he's not really good for fighting.
Wu-Tang Clan. Wu-Tang Clan.
Get some Wu-Tang, get some Mobb Deep, and we good.
Shit! Ooh, Mike just got goosebumps thinking about the Wu-Tang Clan. Woo! Oh, man. Wu-Tang Clan in that movie would be great. They better let me tell you, they better do it right, man. You can't fuck this up. You have a great concept. You make it not even John Wick. Take the freak. You know what you got to do? Take what the freak was that movie where the guy had to go up the building to kill the bad guys to get to the main bad guy, and him and his brother fought him at the end.
The Raid.
The Raid. Do the Raid as Ninja Turtle. I mean, he did it in the best Judge Dredd movie out of all of them, or whatever. That last movie was perfect because they were like, let's do the Raid with Judge Dredd. Perfect. Yes, that's great. That's perfect.
I still haven't watched it.
You still haven't watched it?
I was so turned off from the first Judge Dredd. I didn't want to watch the remake.
I will add it to our Bible.
Okay. I think it's on Netflix.
Is it? Oh, it's on. Oh, it is.
I think it is. Yeah.
Okay. So just let me know. Let everybody know where they can find you.
Word.
Let everybody know what you're doing, what you're about
YouTube.
right now.
Just be thinking. This is my talking channel where I talk about stuff that I watch.
Yep.
That's my main channel. It's my newest channel. So low subscribers. So please come subscribe. I need it. I need you, but you need me. And my other channel is my gaming channel, which is actually doing pretty well. Just Be Gaming.
Yep, 300.
Spelled the same way. Just space B space gaming.
384.
I wish.
I thought you 364.
No, 260. 264.
All right. Well,
I jumped from 50 to that in a couple weeks. So
anybody watching this on my channel, please get him to 3. Get him to 5. Get him subscribe to him. If you subscribe
to me up there. Get
him up there. Get him over 1,000.
And I'm a fun watch. Here I talk serious on my talking channel, but when it comes to gaming, I'm a funny ass dude. And ONE4EGO Chaz, he plays with me, so we be on there and Dying Light and stuff.
Yes,
like that.
You want to watch?
We'll have you cracking up.
Yeah, we get super stoned and play these games, so it's great.
Facts.
Do
drugs.
Yeah, don't do drugs. Smoke weed though. Smoke weed every day. Anyway, so you can find me on ONE4EGO everywhere, guys. Every single thing is.
I'm sorry. Keep going.
So find me on TikTok, which I'm doing crazy on there. I have over 4,000 subscribers on there. YouTube, obviously here. I don't really go on Twitter, but I do have one. So if you ever want to hit me up there, and what else am I on? Twitch. So and then I will have my Twitch channel going, my video games going very soon. This is the first official episode of our podcast that we're going to do weekly. We are doing this weekly, and if it does well, we'll try to do it 2 days a week. But I think talking about stuff will be great. And then we're definitely gonna be talking about the Knicks next time because we didn't get to get into that.
Yeah, we did not get to get into the Knicks, but we will.
It's good.
Hopefully they win next time we're back on here.
But I want you guys to understand that this podcast is gonna be more of a vibe. It's gonna be like you're talking to your cousin, and having a stupid ass conversation. This is
That's what we're doing. We're cousins talking.
We're just because I think my other podcast I did, I've had it with my friend Ben, which you guys saw. We had a topic list. We were talking. Then I had it with Justin and Ben, and I had it with a bunch of my friends. And I was trying to do this topic chase thing. I think the way we go about it now, like this thing, we were talking amongst ourselves. We're like, what do we start with? I was like, let's just do it a word. So we do it as a word or a sentence, and we'll go off that sentence and word. It just so happened that our thing was lost because, unfortunately, we've had a lot of loss lately, and it just blends to X-Men 97, which is all about loss. So kind of just spun to that. But other than that, we're just gonna just talk about just weird shit.
We flow, and this was a beautiful flow today.
Yes, a beautiful flow. It was great. But you were about to, you had something on your mind?
Well, you reminded me that I am on something else.
Oh, what do you?
I'm on TikTok.
That's right.
Just the truth.
That's right.
But I think I spelled it THA for the rapper Trey the Truth.
Nice.
I think I did. But yeah, just look me up over there too. I got there. I do. It's also talking, but there I don't give my thoughts so much on media. There I give my thoughts on life and social culture and things like that. And just I give a lot of inspiration and empowerment because the world wants to knock you down, and I remind you to stand up. So
facts.
Check me out on there too.
Facts. He's like that in real life too. So guys, it's not bullshit. He's not bullshit. But anyway, guys, we just want to say thank you. And if you're listening to this on Spotify, please subscribe and let us know what you think of things we got to improve on. Anything you think we need to talk about, leave us a comment down below. And hit that subscribe button on Spotify, Google, wherever you hear you're hearing the podcast today. Please just support us and support Black culture, support minorities, support living, support life, support your family, be there for everybody. And if you're experiencing loss today, talk to somebody.
Don't be like Rogue. Don't go murder nobody.
Don't be Rogue and go freaking flip it out and blaming everybody for your problems because you wanted to have two boyfriends. Anyway, but anyway, guys, thank you for listening.
Much love and appreciation.
All right, we'll see you later. Peace.